Oh, hi. I've been putting off making this video for a while. I don't really know why. I think it's just because it's like hard to summarize your life in a couple of minutes. But anyway, I've been doing this TikTok thing since like September, and I've never really done a proper get to know me kind of video. And I get a lot of questions about where I'm from and what my job is, and do I have kids, and am I married, and all that. So I thought, why don't I just record a really quick video and give you the highlights. So I'm from a small town in eastern North Carolina, not super small, but small. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys. There's a 13-year age difference between me and my youngest sibling. And I would say I had a pretty, idealistic childhood. My grandparents happened to live with us, which I think now I'm like, God, what a blessing that was. For us, yes, but my gosh, for my parents with 4 kids, like how awesome was that my grandparents were there to help out with all of us, because I just cannot imagine taking care of 4 children. So we graduated from high school. After high school, for some reason I decided to go to a 2-year girls' school for my first years of college. I have no idea what made me make that decision, because that was like not my personality. I was pretty wild when I was younger. And I think maybe somewhere inside, I knew that that was probably just going to be the best thing for me. And it turned out that it was. It was awesome. But spent 2 years there. And then when I graduated from there, I transferred to East Carolina University, which is in Greenville, North Carolina. And I got my degree in social work. After doing social work, I quickly realized that that was not going to be the job for me. Bless you to all the social workers out there, because that is a very, very hard job. And so I actually then decided to move into corporate America. And my very first job was basically like data entry at an insurance company. I sat and like typed in handwritten contract applications for insurance into a computer system. That was my first job. And y'all, I remember those days. I mean, I felt like I was wealthy. I was able to like go out every weekend. I was able to go to, Learner, I think was the name of the store then, and then changed to New York and Company, and get a going out shirt every weekend. I mean, life was good. I worked there, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years. And then I had some friends that worked at a telecommunications company, and they had what sounded like a really cool job. And it was basically doing implementations of phone systems. And I applied, got the job, worked there for 5 years, loved every second of it. It was an awesome company. It was small, a lot of young people. It was really, really fun. I had a lot of autonomy in that job, because my job was like being out and about, seeing customers. And I just realized that maybe a more non-traditional job was going to be good for me, because like sitting behind that desk all day long made me go crazy. So like I said, I loved that job. And then I had one bad day. And for those of you that are around my age, you'll remember monster.com. That's how we used to look for jobs, right? And so I went home, got on my computer, went to monster.com on my dial-up internet, and found a company that was looking for a project manager and a social worker. And I was like, what are the chances? I think there are moments in your life when you're presented with 2 different roads. And I think now about, had I not done that day, what would my life look like? Because taking the job that I have now has led me to this wonderful life that I have. And I just think, God, what if I would have had a bad day that day? What would my life look like? But anyway, so I applied for that job, ended up getting it. It was with a healthcare technology company that supports social work and care management in hospitals. And so I was like, I felt like, okay, maybe my social work degree wasn't wasted after all, because while I was not doing the social work, I was helping the people that were. And so my first role at this company was doing implementations and training. And so I was flying all over the country, training people how to use our software. It was awesome. I met some of my closest friends to this date during that time of my life. We got to, see lots of places I never would have been able to see. I mean, it was so much fun. So that company is actually still the company I work for today. We've been through several mergers and acquisitions. Like when I started, we were a small little startup, but I started working there in 2003. So that's, long time, 23 years that I've been here, long time. But I think it's a testament to not only the company, but the people that I work with, the customers that we have. I mean, this is like, it's become like my family. I love everything about it. So over the 20 some years that I've been here, I have had a couple of different roles. You know, I did implementations like training, and then I did project management. And then I was a manager of an implementation team. And then we started a consulting group, and I sort of headed that up. You know, I joke that I've done everything here except customer support and product development. I feel like I've had every other job. Well, in marketing, I haven't done marketing. But anyway, I don't know, probably 8-9 years ago at this point, the man who's my boss now called me one day and said he had an opening on his sales team and wanted to know if I was interested. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not a salesperson. No, I don't want to do that. And he was like, I actually think you are, and I think you should trust me, and I think you should take a chance. And again, one of the talk about like the different points in your life, you can go 2 different directions. That is one that I'm so thankful for, because surprisingly, I love sales and I've been pretty good at it. And now I'm like, how could I ever have another job except sales? So I was an individual contributor for many years. And then, I don't know, now maybe 3 years ago, moved into a leadership position, managed a team of sales reps, and am still with that same product that I started with all those years ago. So, which is wild to think. You know, my friends have asked me over the years, are you going to work there forever? And especially now, my answer has always been yes, but especially now I'm like, well, my God, I hope so. Like, I don't want to go and start over anywhere. I love it here, and I know it. I know the space, I know the industry, I know the technology. I know our customers. So yes, I do want to retire from here. So somewhere along that timeline, I met my husband. He also worked at the company where I work. He doesn't anymore. He's been gone for probably 15 years, but that's how we met. We got married in 2014. You know, I always get asked about kids. Do we have kids? And we don't. Neither one of us wanted them. And, you know, I could probably do a whole video on that, because I think there's a whole stigma around, especially people my age, old people like me. It was just, especially in the South, you were supposed to go to college, get a husband, have children. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. And luckily, I was honest enough with myself and knew that that was not the life that I wanted for myself. So never had kids. Love my friends' children. I love being an aunt. I love my nieces and nephews and have had so much fun with them over the years. But I also love to give them back and like do my own thing. So like outside of work, I love to travel. I love to spend time with my family and friends. I like to read. My husband and I put a pool in our backyard last year, and that's been like a lifelong dream of mine. And so when the weather is nice, that's where I'll be, is floating around in my pool in the backyard. And yeah, that's it. I don't really know what else to tell you. So I think I hit all the highlights. For those of you that know me personally, you're probably like, you left out a lot, but I don't know how you sum up your life in 10 minutes. And so anyway, those are the highlights. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, bye.